بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الأطهار الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. Say, are those who know equal to those who do not know? Only those who possess intellect take admonition. صدق الله العلي العظيم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam Al-Mahdi Ajjalallahu ta'ala Faraju Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. Inshallah, all of us gathering tonight here to be the students of the teachings of Quran and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and to get to know the Imam of our time, inshallah, more and more, to be amongst the companions of our beloved Imam when he reappears with the blessing of another loud salawat. Why is it so important for us, for you and I, to know about the Imam of our time? It's been 7 nights we're discussing this very, very crucial and important topic, and that is the topic of knowing, knowledge, ma'rifah. Why is it so important to have knowledge, and then we will inshallah by tomorrow or day after tomorrow apply this importance, this knowledge, to knowing the knowledge, to having the knowledge of the Imam of our time. A beautiful hadith will answer this very important question. Why is it so much important for you and I to know the Imam of our time? The hadith says from the Imam alayhi salam, لا يقبل عمل إلا بمعرفة. Deeds won't be accepted except by having the knowledge and ma'rifah of what we are doing. Pay attention. لا يقبل عمل إلا بمعرفة. Whatever we do, we have to have ma'rifah. We have to have the knowledge of what we are doing, to be able to accomplish what we started. The hadith is a little bit lengthy. I'll pause here. I'll introduce you to a story, a beautiful story, which will explain and elaborate this segment of the hadith. One of the battles of Rasulullah, people went and defended Rasulullah and fought between the hand of Rasulullah. When the battle finished, people start carrying the deceased and the shuhada from the battlefield to bring it next to the tent of Rasulullah, and for Rasulullah to do prayer on them and then to bury them. Rasulullah said, this person is not shaheed. That's why, Rasulullah. He was one of us. He fought alongside us. He was killed by the enemy. Ma'rifah, knowledge. It's not about the deed only. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. We discussed it. We have a lot to do with these two verses. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. Iman comes first. Belief, ma'rifah, knowledge comes first. Then it is amalun salih. Why Rasulullah, he is not shaheed? Shaheed of the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, because when this person came, the reason why he came to this battle, he saw that one of the army of the enemy has a very good donkey. A ride. This day and age, we don't consider a donkey to be worthy of anything. But back in the day, It was a good ride. Not that many people could afford a donkey. Forget about a horse and then the camel. This person came to the battle, saw the donkey. He's like, I'm going to go kill this person and get the donkey. So his knowledge of the battle, his the knowledge of why he came, his ma'rifah of why he came to the battlefield wasn't qurbatan in Allah Ta'ala. Was for what? For the donkey. So he's not shaheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's the shaheed, shaheedul himar, shaheed of donkey. Because he didn't have the ma'rifah. He was there, but he was there without the right purpose. As we discussed it previous night, as a good reminder, many of the youth come to me and say, well, we know a lot of non-Shia, non-Muslim, they do a lot of good things, humanitarian acts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just, He will reward them definitely. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't leave His enemy, number one enemy that went against Allah's teaching and against Allah's order, Shaitan, without rewarding him. Shaitan said, oh Allah, by your mighty, please don't force me. Allah said, I don't force you. I told you to push straight. You don't have to. But you don't have to. I won't force you. We should learn this. We cannot force people to do something. He said, oh Allah, I worshipped you according to Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam in Nahj al-Balagha almost more than 6,000 years. Allah said, I will reward you. And he said, oh Allah, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. And Allah gave them. That's another discussion for another time. So anyone who does anything good, Allah will reward them. He's just. But what happens in hereafter, Allah knows it. So we have to have ma'rifah. Why we believe in the Imam? How do we believe in the Imam? What we should believe in the Imam? That needs ma'rifah. The Imam says, لا يقبل عمل إلا بمعرفة. Our deed won't be accepted except if we have ma'rifah. ولا معرفة إلا بعمل. When you have knowledge of something, you will act. ولا معرفة إلا بعمل. I have ma'rifah of the Imam, but doesn't show in my action. Well, what is that benefit? Remember the example that we gave in the previous night. I told my wife, I love you. That's ma'rifah. I know her. I appreciate her. But that is in my heart. That knowledge is in my heart. وَلَا مَعْرِفَةٍ إِلَّا بِالْعَمَلِ. I have to show this ma'rifah. Some way I have to show her. By buying her a gift. By helping her in the house. By respecting her. By being there for her when she needs me. This is called ma'rifah bil-amal. Sisters, please help us, inshallah. Pay attention. وَمَنْ عَرَفَ دَلَّتْهُ مَعْرَفَتُهُ عَلَى الْعَمَلِ. The one who gets to know, this knowledge will guide him to action. So why is it important for us to know the Imam? Because when we get to know the Imam of our time, that knowledge of us from the Imam will guide us to do something for the Imam. So the reason that you and I, to our limit, haven't done enough for the Imam, because we don't have the knowledge. وَمَنْ عَرَفَ دَلَّتْهُ مَعْرِفَتُهُ عَلَى الْعَمَلِ. When you get to have the knowledge, this knowledge will guide you to action. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَعْرِفْ فَلَا عَمَلَ لَهُ. And the one who doesn't have knowledge, they don't have action. The Shia community, the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, they don't have the knowledge of Imam Mahdi. They don't know it. That is why that knowledge, it's not there, it has not transferred to amal. Everybody waiting for the Imam passively, not active. It is very, very, very important for us to be muntadhir, active, not passive. Very important. We are really, really missing it. So again, Why is it so important for us to have the knowledge of the Imam of our time? Because this knowledge will lead us to action. Without knowledge, we don't have any action, which we can see within our community. We are busy with every aspect of our life except Imam Mahdi in our life. Continue our discussion. We introduced 2 topics 3 nights ago. 2 topics 3 nights ago. Number 1, the first topic was his reappearance is based on 2 factors. When Allah wills and when we want. And the second topic, us wanting him to reappear, is based on our knowledge. We talked 3 nights about the importance of knowledge. Tonight, let us go on the first topic. Sisters, please pay attention. We said his reappearance is based on Allah's will and when we want. The question is, how can that be? Do we have any backing from the verses of Quran? Not 1, not 2, not 3, probably 5 or 6 verses if my time allows me. We'll bring from Quran that proves that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will is one thing, and also us wanting him to reappear has its own importance. And the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not sent the Imam for you and I, because we haven't wanted him yet. We don't want him. How? We'll explain. First verse of Quran, chapter 13, verse 11. And Allah, many of you have memorized this verse, but unfortunately, it's only a memorization. This verse and many verses of Quran has not resembled themselves within my action. إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Surely Allah does not change the condition of people until they change their own conditions. His reappearance is based on 2 factors: Allah's will and us wanting him to reappear. This verse says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not change our condition unless we change it ourselves. Keep something in mind. Another verse of Quran. Very, very important. Very crucial. Very fundamental. Chapter 33, verse 62. وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not change the president. Allah has a system. In this universe, the system of cause and effect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't change it except for miracles. Fire burns. Knife cuts. Well, I'm going to put the knife here. Allah, I don't want it to cut. Well, cause and effect. When you put the knife and you strike it, it's going to cut. Fire burns, except when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to do a miracle. That fire only for Nabi Ibrahim, it doesn't burn. This is it. Because that was trying to prove a point. On the day of Ashura, that fire did burn the tents of Ahlul Bayt alayhim wassalam and the daughters of Ahlul Bayt alayhim wassalam in it. Allah didn't change it. وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. And you will never find any change in Allah's precedent. That precedent is what? The previous verse. Allah says, I will not surely, please pay attention, I will not definitely, indeed, surely, I will not change the condition of the people until they themselves change the condition. Aren't we living a very, very bad conditions? Can anybody say no? We're living in very good condition? We are. Sisters, please pay attention. We are living a worse condition of our lives. From hypocrisy, from illnesses, financially, family relationship, and you name it. I get to see the difficulties that our society is facing. Every day I have one case after one case after one case of people either calling or coming to my office, young and old, men and women. They come and the difficulties that they live in. We want to live in these difficulties. Allah won't do a miracle for us until surely وَلَا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Surely Allah does not change the condition of the people until they themselves change. Remember the example we gave last night? 14 light bulbs. Until we come together as a community, say, oh Allah, we will protect this light, the last light that you have, Allah will not send him. We keep doing dua, but I have not done anything actively toward it. One day, Prophet Musa ala nabina wa alayhi salam got sick. And he said, oh Allah, please cure me. I don't want to go to the doctor. Allah said, I put the cure in the medicine of the doctor. That is the means where you will get your cure. Oh Allah, give me sustenance and I don't do work. No, go work and I'll put your sustenance in it. وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. Allah will not, you will never find any change in Allah's precedent. Next, Sheikh, I as an individual, please sisters, if you can take care of the kids and pay attention more. Sheikh, me, one individual, can I do something for the reappearance of the Imam? I as a young individual, I as an old individual, I as a man, I as a woman, brother, sister, what can I do? Look at our beautiful religion. Chapter 53, verse 39 to 41. وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى وَأَنَّ سَعْيُهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ الْجَزَاءَ الْأَوْفَى. And that nothing belongs to man except what he strives for, and that he will soon be shown his endeavor. Then he will be rewarded for it with the fullest reward. I make the intention that I want to hasten the reappearance of the Imam as much as I have the capability, as much as I have my capacity allows me. I will do my best. I make the intention. I take the first step and I die tomorrow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ جَزَاءَ الْأَوْفَى. Then he will be rewarded for it with the fullest reward. Even though I wasn't able to accomplish anything, I just made the intention. I took the first step. Allah will give me complete reward of the person who did something to hasten the reappearance of the Imam. How difficult is that? We just have to do something about it. Sisters, please pay attention. Very important. We have to take some action. Next verse. You see how many verses is all related to our topic, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, basically our argument is, our Imam's reappearance will be based on his will and us wanting it. All the problems that we are living in this life, who caused it? Some of us, we are very, very, very comfortable accusing other people, the system, the government, other people about what we are living. Oh, this government does such and such and such and such. Oh, my brother took my money. My partner did this to me. This person did to me. This person did this thing to me. And we always blame others. Chapter 42, verse 30. وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَيَعْفُو عَنْ كَثِيرٍ. Pay attention. Whatever affliction that may visit you is because of what your hands have earned. Let me think to myself, what difficulties I have in my life. Each and every one of us, different difficulties. Each and every one of us, different difficulties. Why is it? no one else is responsible. It is I that I am responsible for all of my own afflictions. I'm responsible. I did this to myself somehow. Maybe I did something today. I see the punishment within a month, 2, 3, 6 months, even 1 year, maybe 10 years later, I'll get to see the punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps it, keeps it, keeps it, keeps it. To see if I ask for forgiveness, if I go and pay back my debt, I do something about it. If not, okay, this is yours. I see myself, I make a very, very unwise decision. I don't know what happened to me. Well, go back and see what you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That is why I always recommend the youth, parents, 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 parents. If you want to have a successful life, treat your parents well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. When you grow older, you start a business, MashaAllah, what a good business. That was the treatment of your parents. That was the dua of your parents. And God forbid, na'udhu billah, if I was disrespectful to my parents, if I didn't take care of my parents, I start a business, the business is a good business, good location, money's there, customers are there, but I don't see any benefit. I keep losing and losing and losing. Oh Allah, what I'm doing wrong? I do dua, my salah is on time, I do everything. One disrespect of parents. One, the mom said, oh my God, that's enough to destroy all of my future. One, it's enough to destroy my future. One. Same thing for the father. Everything I do, I'm doing it right. Everything is right. Sheikh, I do it. Everything is right. Everything matches the numbers and the papers and the teachings. Everything is right. What's wrong? See who you oppressed, who you neglected, who you denied their rights. That's going to be the payback. وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ. Whatever afflictions that may visit you is because of what your hands have earned. We are living in the darkness of the ghaibah. Brothers, please help us and sisters. We are living in the time of darkness of the ghaibah of the Imam of our time. Why? Because of our own hand. Because what we have earned ourselves. The story of last night. Oh Sheikh, people back in the days, they broke the other 13. We haven't broken anything yet. Inshallah comes in the coming nights. My salah shows how dedicated I am to my religion. My salah. When I'm approached by the sin, me denying the sin shows how loyal I am to the Imam of my time. When I see money halal and haram, Imam Hussein alayhi salam on the day of Ashura said, بُطُونُهُمْ مُلِئَتْ بِالْحَرَامِ. Their stomach is filled with haram. That's why I, as the Imam, when I go and I introduce myself to them, they don't hear. Remember the verse of Quran? They have ears, but they don't hear. Sheikh, of course we eat halal food. Mas'alatun shar'iyyah. All of us that we are mature enough, girls age 9 plus, boys age 14, 15 plus, they are mature. Khums is wajib. Khums is wajib. For the third time, khums is wajib. If I have not done my calculation for my khums, and I go to halal meat, I buy halal meat, I make sure it's a lamb, according to the teachings of Sharia of Islam, I buy that money that I pay for my lamb or chicken that I eat, the money was haram money because I haven't paid my khums. Khoms doesn't go to my pocket. Khoms is wajib. Haram that we listen. Every time that I listen to something that I should not listen. Sheikh, why music is haram? Allah said so. That's it. That's it. How about this kind of music? How about this kind of music? How about A, B, C, D? Music is haram. Khalas, I put it aside. If I have not shown submission to the Imam of my time with the teachings, oh Imam, please come. Imam says, Salat al-Subh, your Salat al-Subh is qada. You want me to come? You think I trust you? The people, those people who killed the other 13, they said, Imam, come. But what did they do? What did they do? They left Imam Hussein alayhi salam also, the plains of Karbala. What happened? So the same thing is happening again and again. Your Salat al-Subh is qada. Allahumma ajjal li waliyika al-faraj. You don't pay khoms. Allahumma ajjal li waliyika al-faraj. What's the benefit? You do the muharramat. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about mass. Music, don't listen. Sheikh, music, sitting in the car. At the night of wedding, music, girls and boys together dancing, haram. Sheikh, it's only one night. Let them have fun. That's the darkness we are living. This is the darkness. That's why our Imam keeps being in occultation. Keeps being in occultation. And we're being killed one day after one, after yesterday, 14 people in Afghanistan. Kill after kill. And we are completely careless. We got used to it. وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ halal and haram. How obligated I am to my halal and haram. My hijab. Sheikh, 21st century. Who said hijab is wajib? Don't be so restricted. Don't be so radical about it. Hijab, I'm covering something. May Allah bless you. And guide me first and foremost, then all of you. I need the guidance more than you. Next verse. Chapter 30, verse 41. ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس. Corruption has appeared in land and sea because of the doings of people's hand. We made ourselves, we digged our own hole. No one else to blame. No one else to blame except ourselves. Responsibility, knowledge. We have more verses and more discussion. Inshallah, it will be for tomorrow night. Inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Let us raise our hands and read the beautiful dua al-ghariq. That may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path and keep us firm believers under the wilayah of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم. Read with me. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك. يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك. يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. Say إلهي آمين. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Together. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. صلوات.